Welcome back to another car market video, and today we are going to be looking at the Audi RS6 market, that is the C8 and the C7 models. First of all, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button to be involved in which video I post next. There's polls listed in the community tab, and we are also doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. A big thank you to everyone for 500 subscribers. The next goal is 1,000, so if you could subscribe, over 90% of you aren't already. Just hit that big red button, much appreciated. Make sure to also like and comment which car you want to see next. Today's video is on the Audi RS6. You can now buy a C8 RS6 for under 59k. A C7 can be bought for around the 23k mark. You can see multiple examples listed for that kind of money. We're also going to take a look at the newer RS6 performance and take a look at how that's appreciating. You can see the cheapest one now listed under £90,000. First of all, we'll start with the RS6 in the C8 variant. So this is the car which came out in around late 2019-2020. You can now buy one for under 60. These cars new were about 110k. Depending on the options, they could have been up to 120. This launch edition would have been close to that kind of money. And you can see there the car's listed with 65,000 miles for under £60,000. Another one there, slightly lower miles, 53,000. Sports exhaust, pan roof, B&O, big spec on that one. And you can see in general, that one's been dropped £3,000. These are recently been listed, but you can pick up a pretty nice example for around 60 to 65k. Under 60k, you're going to be looking at a slightly higher mileage example. This one here has been dropped £2,000. This one by about 3,000. These cars were trading for at or around list on release, especially during 2021 and 2020. These cars were trading for essentially the list price. In some cases, people are paying a little bit over to get them. And you can see now you can pick one up, launch edition, very nice spec, 34,000 miles, so average miles for 66.5k. Again, that one's been dropped £4,500. That one's been dropped 715. We've also got this one here, been dropped under the £2,000. That one there has been dropped 13. Generally, you can pick up a really nice example of a C8 RS6 for well under 70k. And again, these cars have got a lot of options on them as well. PPF, a lot of them in the nicer colours, the Nardo greys, the blacks, very desirable in the UK. This one here is doing just 29,000 miles as well. So even the lower mileage examples can be bought for around the 67 to 68k mark. And what we will do is show you guys the C7s and the performance model as well. So next we're going to take a quick look at a few more. This one then in Navarra Blue, listed at 69,000, dropped by £1,000. Generally, a lot of these cars have been sitting for quite a while. The prices have seemed to adjust recently with the release of the new RS6 performance. You can see that one, Vorsprung model, has had a big adjustment by £15,500 since it was listed earlier last year now. So that's an example of a car sitting around. Dealer definitely losing a big margin on that one. Dropped by £1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 1,000, nearly 12,000 that one. So general theme is these cars listed at anywhere above 70k have been dropped quite a lot, and they should be bought for around £60,000 if you are looking to pick one up. Next, what we're going to do is take a look at the C7 RS6 market. These cars, in my opinion, are currently great value for money. At the 23-25k mark, definitely a lot of car for the money. I would be careful about things like maintenance costs though, especially with that big V8. The running costs, insurance, tax will not be cheap. And you can see there, that's kind of why we've got examples listed at 25k. For similar money, you're looking at something like a newer Golf R, which does look like great value for money in terms of the RS6. And also the lower mileage examples, so the higher mileage ones are generally in the 20s. For a cleaner example, with 70 to 80,000 miles, you're looking at closer to £30,000. You can see some of these with really nice options. I was saying there, you can now buy a C7 RS6 Performance for around about the 38k mark, which I will show you in just a second. So what we will do is go to the model variant and put in Performance. So the cheapest one there is listed at 32,995. However, that is higher miles. For a decent mileage example, you're looking at around 35, 36k. These cars are definitely great value for money, especially the likes of these. I mean, 2018 with all the options, a little bit higher on the mileage on that one, but bucket seats, pan roof, definitely for the 35, 30k mark. This is a lot of value for money, considering a C8 is still going to cost you the best part of 60 grand. Personally, if you can get a C8 for close to 60 or 55, I think that's where you want to be in terms of the C8, just because of the performance model, which has dropped so much. So that's personally what I'd be paying for a C8 in the current market, considering this one's been dropped for quite a while, and yeah, been dropped by 3 grand. So what we're going to do now is take a quick look at the RS6 Performance model. That car can now be bought for £90,000. The list price of that car is about 125k roughly with options, and I will show you guys that on the configurator as well. You can see there that one is a little bit higher miles, on a 73 plate, so less than a year old, just under 13,000 miles, and it's dropped around about the 35k mark. There's another one then, 5,700 miles with a few more options, again about a 35k drop. And here's one brand new, and 2024, 1,000 miles, very new, few months old, and it's lost about £30,000 plus. So big drops on the newer performance model, which is why personally I'd be careful buying a C8 in general, just because the performance model doesn't seem to have held value at all. And I will also show you the one example of the RS6 GT listed. Those can be bought for list price for anyone wondering about limited units. And you can see there we've got multiple examples listed for about 90k. You can essentially get a nearly new couple 100-mile example for about 90. That one's been dropped 6 grand by the Audi dealer. There's another one then, 152 miles, sorry. So essentially delivery mileage, performance model 93,600. So that's the general theme on the RS6 Performance. Then you can essentially pick them up for about 30k off list. Here, heading over to the Audi configurator, then we can see the list price is 116,150 for the standard, and then it is 125 for the performance model. That is the carbon black, and then we have got 133,000 for the carbon Vorsprung model with all the options. So again, the list price ranges from about 120 to 140,000 pound depending on spec. Personally, in my opinion, I would pick the C7 RS6 Performance. I wouldn't go for the standard variant when you can pick up a decent performance example for around 35k like this one. Alternatively, I would spend around about the 90 or 80k on a performance model. Considering the price of C8 RS6s, I think if you can get one for close to 90, it's definitely a good deal. And then finally, if you really want to go for a C8 RS6, I would say if you can get one for about 55, that's where you kind of want to be, considering there's so many examples listed in the 60s, and also the prices of the performance model. I don't think these are going to hold at the prices they are for very long. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Comment down below which car you want to see next. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram if you haven't already, and also TikTok. I post daily on both of those platforms, and also to subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already to get involved in the giveaway. As mentioned, let me know which car you want to see next. Please like, share and comment your thoughts, and I'll see you all for the next one. Thanks for watching.